first album that I truly like bought for myself and played and was just blown away was The Best of Bjork. So that was when I put the headphones on and I was like, oh my god, I want to make people feel like this one day.
And like, what was it in Bjork that really kind of got you going, or was it the music? Was it also the kind of the art around her music, the personality, the fashion? What was it? And that she was from Iceland?
You know, at that time the internet was really new, so it wasn't really like everybody had a Facebook page and like whatever. So I didn't really know what she looked like. I had like it cost me like $1. I got it from a Russian subway. It was like a knockoff CD. And it was the magic that we were talking about, that you can't manufacture, and you can have the best songwriters in the world in a room, and they can't write these songs.
Actually, that's where did you get the information? Or I mean, as you said, there wasn't no internet. Did you got international music magazines? The local music press, TV?
No, I grew up in Elva, Estonia, like 5,000 people in the woods. So no, nobody ordered me music magazines.
Radio,
you know?
TV?
No, actually it was actually an accident that I got this CD, because I think I had like 10 krones when I went to Russia, and it was like one CD was like 1 krone, and I bought 9 CDs, and I said, just give me something. Just give me something for the last krone, and he gave me The Best of Bjork.
Amazing. Are you but by the way, talking about albums, are you a song or are you an album person?
I'd love to be an album person, but I mean the climate of the music these days is just because we have so much information getting thrown at us that it is the era of the song.
What's your favorite album of all time?
I'd probably be Bjork's Homogenic or Sigur Rós Untitled.
Okay, so it's Icelandic.
Everything Icelandic. I don't know why. They must have something in the water there.
Do you remember the moment when you thought to yourself that, you know, I will be something, I will be, you know, a singer, I will make it? Do you remember that moment? Was there ever this, you know, exact moment?
I had a very, very strong feeling about what I was going to do in life, and I kept talking about it every day to my mother, to the point where my mother was like, you're kind of like a crazy utopian, like it's all of these things that you want to do, I'm not sure they're possible. But I had a very strong gut feeling of everything I was going to do, always. But obviously I had no idea what it was going to be about and what it was going to take and like all of it, you know.
Did you ever consider other forms of art, whether, you know, becoming an actress, becoming a fashion designer, and, you know, was that ever in your mind?
Well, you know, actually I do hand make like most of my costumes, and I sketch the characters that like you can see in my music videos, and so I am a fashion designer. I'm also an actress, because it's not like I'm always having a great day and I want to give interviews.
But was it also in your childhood that you kind of, you weren't only thinking about becoming a singer, but you also thought that maybe in the future I will design my own clothes?
No, I actually was never thinking about it, but I just got to a point where I realized that all of the things that I wanted to wear and all the people that I wanted to hire to make me things were way out of my reach, and I could never afford them, and my biggest pet peeve is people that half-ass things. So the people that I wanted to work with I couldn't afford, and then the other people I wasn't feeling it, so I was like, I guess I'm gonna have to I need these platform shoes, and they just don't exist yet in the world, so I just have to start making them, you know?
By the way, you look really good today.
Thank you.
So, what was, when did you actually think, well, in your childhood you were dreaming about all of these things, but when did you actually think that, I think I'm actually going to make it? Was there ever a moment like this?
I don't know what you mean by making it. What does it mean?
What I mean by is when you were a child and you dreamed that maybe one day I will become maybe one day I will become a singer, professional singer. I can do that for living and do nothing else. And then there's one day somebody, whether you get a manager or you get an actual record deal that kind of somehow justifies or kind of adds that final point that says that you're actually on the right track and it's possible.
Yeah, I guess when I won the Fit Superstar and I got my first record deal as a prize, I thought, that's it, it's gonna happen, I'm gonna go, it's gonna be 3 months, I'm gonna be the biggest thing in the world. And I remember Gert Holmfred, the head back then of Universal Music Group, giving me the award and saying, oh, if you think that most of your work is behind you, now think again, because it's just about to begin. And I was thinking, you old man, you're on crack. Like, I'm ready, like, let's go, it's gonna happen, it's gonna go. Like, I'm not like everybody else, and then it's been a really long time.
Who was the person who was kind of taking care of you at that time? Because music business is a very scary business, and you were actually 15 years old. Yeah. Did you already have a manager when you signed the deal?
Yes, Lauri Laubera was my manager, my first manager.